Greetings and welcome to another episode of...
Welcome to you. I regret I did not get a chance to introduce myself properly to you while you were training at the Academy.
Neverwinter Nights. Oh, hello Airbeth. Didn't realize I was this close to you already. Let's continue.
I am Lady Erebeth de Tilmarand, Paladin in the service of Tyr, and the right hand of Nasha Alagondar, Lord of Neverwinter. I have been waiting for you.
Well, I came as quickly as I could, Lady Erebeth.
I have been following your progress since your early training at the Academy. Neverwinter has need of one like you if we are to survive the Wailing Death. The attack on the Academy doused the one faint spark of hope the city had. I need you to help recover that which we have lost.
It will be an honor to serve you, Lady Erebeth.
I knew I could count on you. There are many rumors about the plague, but if you are to aid me in this, it is important you know the truth about the Wailing Death. Our divine healers can do nothing to help those afflicted by the Wailing Death. And even our most powerful magic cannot raise those who succumb to the illness. But a short time ago, we had word that Kelvin Blackstaff Erikson, the famous Archmage of Waterdeep, had discovered a potential cure, one that might be concocted from the essence of 4 rare and magical creatures.
I have heard such rumors before.
Under great secrecy, the 4 creatures were gathered in Waterdeep, then sent here to Neverwinter. As strange a menagerie as any has ever set eyes on. A Cockatrice, an Intellect Devourer, a Yonti, and a Dryad. I ordered them sent to the Academy, Neverwinter's renowned training institution for adventurers of every ilk. I once studied there myself, and I thought the instructors and students were loyal to Lord Nasha.
And then the Academy was attacked.
You were there. You saw the slaughter. The attack caught us unprepared. You are one of only a handful of survivors from the carnage of the Academy. Fenthic and Dester arrived with reinforcements, but during the confusion of battle, the Waterdavian creatures disappeared into the streets of Neverwinter, and our hopes of a cure vanished with them.
Oh, how may I serve you in this, Lady Erebeth?
Your task in this is twofold. First, find the Waterdavian creatures and bring them back to me, at any cost. We need to harvest components from these creatures if we are to concoct a cure for the Wailing Death. This is your most important duty.
But not the only duty, right?
Second, we must discover who was behind the attack on the Academy. Any evidence you uncover in this matter should be brought to Fenthic. He is the one assigned the task of unmasking our hidden enemy.
I will do as you command, Lady Erebeth.
I ask for your discretion in this matter. News of the attack and strange creatures roaming the city will only add to the panic and chaos already in the streets. To aid you in your task, I will give you this Stone of Recall. You will find it to be a valuable tool in your quest.
Well, how does it work?
You can activate the Stone of Recall at any time, and it will instantly teleport you and anyone in your service back here to the Temple of Tyr. Anytime you go through the teleportation portal in Tyr's temple, it will instantly send you and any companions back to the place your stone was last activated.
For a price. Well, that's handy.
There is little else I can tell you about this mission. Whenever you need provisions, come speak to me again, and I can sell them to you through the store here at Tyr's temple. Take this gold so you can buy the necessary supplies for your mission. Remember to stock up on healing potions before you go. They will be critical to your survival.
I'm certain they will, but I'm also quite certain I'll find more than enough on my journey. First though, I need to ask you some questions.
I will do my best to answer what questions I may.
Well, what can you tell me about the attack on the Academy?
It was a slaughter, as you well know. Only a handful of hundreds training and teaching at the Academy survived. As yet, we have not discovered the identity of those behind the attack, but the enemy knew the Waterdavian creatures were there. How they came by that knowledge is a troubling prospect. Take any information concerning who may be behind the attack straight to Fenthic. He is the one I have placed in charge of unmasking our hidden enemy. Is there something else I can help you with?
Well, tell me more about the Wailing Death.
The first victims were reported several months ago, and within days it had spread to all corners of the city. It was not the first plague Neverwinter has suffered, but it is by far the worst. Unlike other sicknesses, the Wailing Death seems to resist all efforts to cure it, including the divine magic of the priests. Perhaps that is what makes it so terrible.
Did the quarantine do anything to help?
We have quarantined the city, but that is mostly to help maintain order. It has done little to halt the spread of the disease, though some districts remain largely unaffected. The plague does not seem to spread through contact with the infected. Healers tend to the sick without becoming ill, and some who lock themselves alone indoors still become infected. Perhaps that is what is so terrible about this affliction. There is no rhyme or reason to it, seemingly no way to guard against it, and until we have all the water Davian creatures, no way to cure it. Is there something else I can help you with?
Can you tell me more about the water Davian creatures and the cure?
It was Kelvin Blackstaff Arunson. If Blackstaff
All
is right, is there more you would know?
All
Any
right.
information about the creatures I can provide to help you locate them will be freely given, of course.
Sorry, I sped that up a little bit, because that's mostly stuff we just already knew. Tell me about the Cockatrice.
A cockatrice resembles a hybrid of chicken, lizard, and bat. They are repulsive animals that can petrify opponents. You must be extremely cautious when dealing with this beast.
Although, I believe when this game first came out, there wasn't actually a model for the Cockatrice. That wasn't added until, probably until Shadows of Underntide, I think.
Is there more you would know? Any information about the creatures I can provide to help you locate them will be freely given, of course.
Well, tell me about the Yanti.
The Yanti are a race of beings whose bloodlines are a mixture of human and snake. They can be any combination of snake and human characteristics. They are highly intelligent, and many of the creatures practice magic. It is rumored that some even have the ability to alter their shape. Is there more you would know? Any information about the creatures I can provide to help you locate them will be freely given, of course.
How about the Intellect Devourer?
The Intellect Devourer is a truly horrible entity, resembling a large fleshy brains with legs. It can dominate the minds of its victims so that it may devour their very thoughts. Is there more you would know? Any information about the creatures I can provide to help you locate them will be freely given, of course.
Tell me about the Dryad.
She is like most of her kind, a beautiful, elusive forest sprite whose charms transcend mere physical appearance. Out of charity, she came willingly to help us when she learned of our need. However, the city is strange to her and unsettling. When the attack came, I suspect she fled in panicked terror, and now is lost among the unfamiliar streets and buildings of Neverwinter. If you find her, treat her with the respect and kindness she deserves. She is very brave to leave her wood to come to our aid. Is there more you would know? Any information about the creatures I can provide to help you locate them will be freely given, of course.
I am not going to bother asking about the right we have to kill and use these creatures. Because obviously we have the right. That's all I need to know
Is
about
there
the creatures.
something else I can help you with?
Can I get some supplies?
I have no equipment to spare. All we have was given to the City Watch to help them maintain order. The City Core has all manner of shops to supply you with whatever you might need. Is there something else I can help you with?
Let's
I
ask
will do
something
my
else.
best to answer your questions.
Alright, tell me about Fenthic.
It is no secret that Fenthic and I are lovers. Our feelings for each other are only matched by our devotion to Tyr and our loyalty to Neverwinter. Although Lord Nasher has placed me in charge of finding a cure for the plague, I could not do this without Fenthic's help. His faith and conviction are a comfort to me in times of darkness. Is there anything else?
What do you think of Desta?
I think the Hellmite is arrogant, sanctimonious, self-righteous, and holier than thou. Forgive me for being so blunt, but Duster and I do not see eye to eye.
I can understand. He also did not think much of me. The fool.
Desta challenges my every decision on general principle, or so it would seem. He is constantly accusing me of abandoning my faith and not trusting enough in the power of the divine.
Well, why do you put up with him then?
Sometimes I think Desta and his Hell Knights do more to hinder my efforts than help them. But Fenthek assures me they bring hope to the city, and hope is something the people desperately need. Is there anything else?
Do you have information as to where the creatures might be?
There are many rumors, and I would not like to give you any false leads. However, there is something that seems reliable. There have been some promising reports from the prison district. Several eyewitness accounts indicate a strange creature is wandering the area, or was a short time ago. But there is no guarantee the reports are accurate. The creatures could be in any one of the city districts. I shall leave it up to you where you want to take your search. Is there anything else?
Goodbye.
Farewell. May Tyr guide your steps.
And immediately talk to her again.
Welcome. Do you have news of the...
I need your temple services, so I can get rid of all this junk. All the gems I don't need, all the spells I can't use. Bullets you don't want, so I'll just drop them. I'll keep the crossbow, I'll drop the arrows. Let's get rid of all these books. Tower shield is currently too heavy for me anyway.
This pack is heavier than I am.
Right. Let's put the Stone of Recall in the top slot. Chain shirt can go. Yeah. Inventory management again. It is such fun. Splint mail we don't need anymore. And that's all I really had in my inventory. Alright, let's add this to the quick bar. To the use it. Right, do you have anything I want? Nothing that I can afford, let's put it that way. You have no magic weapons. Well, you have potions and stuff. I might need a few scrolls of restoration for some areas, but most likely that's not worth it right now. And I'm certainly not looking for any jewelry. Though the Amulet of Lesser Health definitely would be nice, even if I don't really need it because I'm immune to disease. As a paladin. Not because I am so special. Anyway, that's all of that. And we're done. Right, time to start exploring. Now I'll be taking a relatively boring route through the city, going basically from the peninsula to the Beggar's Nest to the Docks district and finally to the Black Lake district. Mostly because I'm familiar with going that route. And I know that the beasties we have to fight are approximately scaled. Is that the right word? Scaled? The difficulty scales nicely if you follow that path. Right, there's someone here we'll need for that. Mr. Tomi Undergallows. This halfling scrutinizes their surroundings with a mischievous look that, given time and opportunity, would only mean trouble.
Voila there! You have the smell of a prospective employer about you. Not that it's easy to smell anything with all the burning corpses in this city, mind you. Never seen this many flies outside of a Callum shot alehouse.
Who are you? Me? Why, I'm none other than the renowned rogue Tomi Undergallows. Grin to my friends. So we grin to the lasses, and a damned halfling to anyone in a position of respectable authority. Sorry, I can't do the accent. It's just a little bit too folksy for me. I can forgive you for not having heard of me, however. I I hail most recently from Cannonport, and that's a long way for even my reputation to travel. I give it another week, personally. What are you doing in a church? I could ask you the same question now, couldn't I? Well, if you have to know the truth, I was being chased by a pack of hooligans the day before yesterday when I darted in here. It seems like a good as place any, especially considering the priests don't throw halflings out on their ears as a policy, like in Kellenport. So I've been hanging around, about, looking for something to do. Do you always talk this much? Unless you're sneaking up for a good backstab in the sack, with a pretty miss, I really don't see the need for restraint. Silence is for the dead, although I hear they can be a bit chatty too, at times. Running from your reputation, are you? Nothing too wrong with having a bit of a reputation, my lord. Keeps the flies from settling, if you know what I mean. If the heat gets too high, you just step out of the kitchen, right? You know how it goes, I'm sure. Rub over some overfat human caliph with a piggy lips, kiss his daughter as a lark before you escape with the loot, and suddenly you're the most wanted man in Kalishan. How was I supposed to know that he was so sensitive about his daughter? I still say it was worth it. That took flair, and I'd have flair. Too bad Neverwinter didn't treat me any better at first. He hunted you for kissing his daughter? Wow, I used the word kissing loosely, my lord. Trouble was, the lass was set to marry the Pasha's son, as long as she was a virgin. Oh well. What happened then? Neverwinter seemed like a fine enough city for an enterprising young halfling like myself. On the surface, anyway. You'd be surprised at what people get away with here. They can take a perfectly innocent man, accusing of simple pickpocketing, and throw him in prison without even so much as a trial. Or not a very fair one, anyway. That judge was mean. Fortunately, my stay in Neverwinter's fine prison system was a short one. I didn't arrange for my escape, oddly enough, but I was glad for it done nevertheless. So you're a convict, then? Technically, I suppose I am. Trust me, however, they have so many other things to worry about in that prison. Even if they didn't, if they thought I wasn't dead, they wouldn't trouble me. Why do you say that? What trouble? The exact goings-on within the prison I'm not entirely aware of, my lord. To tell the truth, I've only been in a prison for a few days and was just starting to think about how depressing life was when it all began. The warden of the place began babbling some nonsense and started releasing all the prisoners. Even the truly despicable types. Murderers, politicians, lawyers, you name it. I left the area quickly, of course, and wound up here at the temple. Nice safe place to be. Last I heard, them prisoners were all tearing up the peninsula district, making a royal mess. Not the lawyers, though. They were just overcharging. Why would the warden release the prisoners? Can't really say. Some of the other fellows were talking like there was some powerful prisoner who was controlling the warden, making him do these things. Sounds too strange to me. More likely he was brain sick with plague. The entire peninsula district is in an uproar. However, I don't think the local constabulary has it under control either. Come to think of it, I saw more than a few people getting attacked in the street in broad daylight. If you want to head to that part of town, you might want to take someone along who knows the roads, eh? Well, actually, I am looking for some hired help to assist me on my mission. Oh, mission is it? My little pinky toes are quivering with curiosity. Or is that my danger sense? That would go a long way towards explaining my recklessness. Oh well, what kind of mission are you on? Oh, well, I suppose I should be confidential, really. So I'm just gonna tell you everything. I work for Lady Erbeth. I've been instructed to find several missing creatures that might be used to find a plague cure. So, not only a mission, but a legitimate heroic deed performed for the benefit of a cute elf. I hear you, my lord. I'd be glad to help out. For the right price. So let's negotiate a bit, shall we? I can place my superior skills of theft, lockpicking and swordplay at your disposal for the task you choose, providing you provide me with a nice payment now. I rather doubt you find anyone else of my skill available, my lord. 200 gold pieces seems like a fair bargain, don't you agree? Well, I kinda do, but since I have points in Persuade... That seems kinda expensive. I'll give you 150. I guess it's either that or spend the next week or two picking lint out of my belly button. Alright, you've convinced me. 150 gold pieces it is. I'll tag along with you, my lord, as best as I know how, unless you tell me otherwise. If you want me to do something different, just give me a shout, hey? Alright, Tomi Undergallows. By far my most favorite henchman in this particular campaign. Mostly because of the story he tells. The others have their fine points too, but he's also just far too useful. It's a pity this game doesn't support more party members, but I guess that would make the game far too easy. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. See you all next time.